Well, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the last you'll see of me, at least for the next week. I'm taking some vacation time, do some traveling, check a few things off my bucket list, have some fun before the end of the year. Now, barring anything disastrous happening, I won't be making any more videos unless I do it by text or by anything else like that. Before I go, I gotta tell you, 2024 is going to be one of the most hardest years for the United States of America, for our democracy, for our country. Right now, Donald Trump is only one vote away from becoming the president of the United States, once again. If that happens, this country will be destroyed. Donald Trump doesn't care about this country. He cares about staying out of jail. He doesn't care about what freedoms are in the Constitution. He cares about one-man rule. He doesn't care about you or me or anyone else in this country. He proved that in his first 4 years in office. How do you think he's going to change now? After everything he has said and done over the last few months, perhaps actually the last year, him wanting to become a dictator on day one, just only on day one, he thinks that that's a joke. I don't see it as a joke. Real Americans, men and women who actually believe in our country, we should not be looking at this from the lens of this being a joke. I don't see this as a joke at all. I can't see it as a joke. Because the last time we had a dictator in the world, people have died. Governments have been destroyed and lives have been lost. Having a dictator in the United States, that's like having a Hitler in the United States. That's like having Mussolini, all the ilk from history that has led us to this point. I don't see it as a joke, and so many people out there think it is a joke. That Donald Trump says, I want to be a dictator. I don't see it as a joke, and neither should you. And the scary part about all this isn't the fact that he said it, isn't the fact that he says he's joking, it's the fact that people want that. I ask people who are Donald Trump supporters, one of which actually has been phoning me and texting me, has said that I don't mind it. That's what we need in this country. No, we don't. Regardless of how you feel about Joe Biden, and there's a lot of things about him that I don't like, but that's about policy. Never before have I ever felt in danger and fear of this country as I do now, with Donald Trump being its figurehead. Right now, I don't have to worry about some, I don't have to worry about some Democrat, some left-wing nut job wanting me dead because I didn't vote for their candidate. That's all we've been seeing from Donald Trump and his supporters. And the recent ones is about the threats to the Colorado Supreme Court. They're threatening judges. Now, this isn't new. They've been threatening judges. Donald Trump supporters have been threatening judges for years. Judges who sit on trials against Donald Trump. That is what we're facing in the year of 2024. Right now, we're going to have to start setting our watches between now and Election Day in November of 2024. Get online, get on social media, get everyone out there to vote. Because if Donald Trump retains power in the United States, this country will die. The nation we know, the flag, the Constitution, everything that the right wing wants to lecture us about will not exist. Because quite honestly, I'd rather have a president who may be a little less of a step mentally, but hasn't done anything to threaten me, than a man who openly says he wants to be a dictator and has a league of followers wanting that. They're openly saying that on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. They're saying that openly on Truth Social. Donald Trump has doubled down on that, regardless how many times Fox News has been trying to cover it up. Donald Trump wins the next election, this nation will die by its own hand. Because as much as Donald Trump is one of the main threats, he's not the only threat into this country. We have the MAGA who are willing to carry out those threats by the point of a gun. We've seen that. We know that. And even if Donald Trump is defeated in 2024's election, we still have to deal with the crazies out there. Not just the crazies in government, like Mary Jean Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert, who for some unknown reason has switched districts. I can only get, Lord knows why she did that. But we have so many people in this country who would burn it to the ground rather than accept the fact that people like me, because I'm black, because like you, because you happen to be white, but you disagree with Trump, or like some other person out there who may be of a different race or a different religion, a different sexual orientation, who doesn't fall in line with the MAGA. That is what we're facing in the year of 2024. And that is what we need to fight against. Fight with our votes. Because every time someone says they want to create some sort of ID law, I get it. But when I hear stories about polling places in the South being closed down, voters of color being harassed, if voting wasn't important, and I say this to everyone I talk to, if voting wasn't important, why are they breaking their backs to try and take it away? Why? Because they know if we come out in droves to vote, and it's going to be hard, there's going to be people who harass you, there's going to be people out there trying to question you and everything else, there are going to be people out there to intimidate you. But in the end of the day, in the final analysis, if your vote didn't count, if your vote didn't matter, why would they be breaking their necks to stop us from voting? Now, those of you who are voting for Donald Trump, congratulations, heaven help you. I would say heaven bless you. I say heaven help you. For those of you who are voting against Donald Trump, get out there and get people to do the same. Hammer those clips of Donald Trump saying he wants to be a dictator. Hammer those truth posts on Truth Social telling people to rot in hell, all because they're against Trump. This is not a game anymore. Trump is deadly serious about what he wants to do. Don't let him do it. Because if he wins in 2024, this nation will die for the wrong reasons. People are still going to jail for Donald Trump for all the wrong reasons. I just heard about a January 6er who got elected to office, or actually was in office, I forget the whole story, who tweeted about a Christmas tree with ornaments of President Obama, President Biden, and so many others hanging, literally hanging from nooses. That's who we're fighting against. We need to get out and get people to vote. If you don't want to do it face-to-face, there's Twitter, there's Facebook, there's Instagram, and unfortunately, yes, there is Truth Social. Engage with these people. Talk to them. Ask them why they're voting for who they're voting for. If they're voting for Biden, ask them why. If they're voting for Trump, ask them why, and keep hammering the points home. It's time to take the gloves off now. 2024 may be the last free election this nation will ever have. Because once Donald Trump gets back into power, he's already made it clear, his followers have made it clear, he is not leaving. Even if he dies, he says he's not leaving. He's going to pass on power to his sons, to his dweeb sons, his Barbie doll daughter, whom he wants to sleep with. We can't rely on the courts now. We need to focus on doing our jobs, and voting in 2024. Again, you won't hear or see from me for another week. I'm going on vacation, taking some time, spending some time with family, and going to the Fiesta Bowl. Yeah, the cat's out of the bag. I'm going to Phoenix. I'm going to Arizona. So I can check that little thing off the bucket list. But I hope you all have a good new year, because next year, January 1st, we got to go to work. The game has to end. Donald Trump cannot be allowed back in office. Expect me when you hear from me. CTP, know the truth. God bless. Peace to the left, justice to the right.